So today's knowledge area, we have the project cost management, where we have to do the cost review to understand what we have done, what we could remember, what we can't remember. So that will be addition to it. To keep you guys going, we have those processes. If you remember, plan, cost, management, process, and the output was plan, cost, management, plan. Then we will estimate cost accordingly, and the output will be basis of estimate and aggregated cost estimates. Then we will determine budget, and we will not get project budget, we will get cost baseline. What is it? Let's further. And then once the baseline is approved, we have to control cost. For control, we always have work performance information. On those basis, we'll produce forecasting. And on the basis of forecasting, if there are change requests coming, so we'll produce the change request. And after change request, the project documents will be updated as of record. These were the processes. How the things happen, again, let me begin from the initial point. When the project manager starts the meeting and everyone provided their project management plan, the knowledge area management plan. So then we receive the scope baseline and also the schedule baseline is achieved. So here we have the scope statement, WBS and WBS dictionary. On those basis, we created our schedule baseline, which contains from work packages, we took out the activities, and then from the activities, we sequence them and so on. So today, on those basis, we are going to start the cost. That everything is done. Now we are doing the costing. So this management plan will always establish the thing how the things needs to be done. So how we will calculate the cost, how we will estimate the profits, how much rough order estimates will be required, what will be the procedures, how we will put the payment method. It will be 0 to 100, 80, 100, or 50-50, or it will be advance payment, how you will deal with this. What will be the project measurement criteria, how much delays are accepted, how much things are required to be done, and so on. So once this how is defined, now the cost manager or planning manager who is there, they will sit with his team and they will do the estimations. And for estimations, we have analogous, which is from the past records, parametric, which is the mathematical, bottom up, which is very detailed, where we need WBS. And if we have uncertainty, so we use 3-point estimation. We also use reserve analysis to have our risk-based estimations. If we are working in Agile, so we have the estimation techniques like we have discussed White Band Delphi. We have planning pokers. We have collaborative games. We have t-shirt sizing, small, medium, large. We have dot voting to estimate, and so many as much we want to make it, which is easier for you. We can use the Fibonacci series, which is quite common one, where we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on. So these are the estimation techniques. So ultimately you will have the estimates, and on the basis of estimates, you will start determining the budget. So once the budgets are being determined, how we determine the budget, this was the whole process. And if you guys remember, I said, if we have an activity and this activity you think that it requires some rework, or it is very difficult, or you don't have the required resources, so we will add in this activity estimates. This is what activity. And in the activity cost, we will add some contingency reserve, which is option, not mandatory. If it is requiring it, we will update it. So first, let's close the topic of what is contingency reserves. So we said contingency reserves are used in the project on the basis of known risk and known impact, or known risk but unknown impact. So we normally call it known or known unknown. There is second one, which is management reserve, which is added into the cost based on unknown risk. And once the risk is unknown, so for sure the impact will be unknown also. So these are the reserves, contingency reserve and management reserve. So as I said, we will add in activity the contingency reserves if requires. So we will keep adding all those activities. One, I will add all the activities which some requires contingency reserve, some does not require. So ultimately we will get the work package cost. So this is work package cost. So how we said that once we will have the activity cost, it will give you the work package cost. Similarly, there could be multiple control accounts and there could be multiple work packages, and multiple work packages will have multiple activities. So above work package, we have to add contingency reserves for each work package. So once we will add all work packages, above all work packages, like in this control account, there are multiple. So above work packages, we have what? Control accounts. What are the control accounts? It contains code of accounts, and work packages contains code of identifiers in order to calculate the cost. Control accounts are used for accounts purpose, for invoicing purpose. So they can do the invoicing because they don't know the invoicing thing. They don't know the names of those things. So they work with 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. So once you will add all control accounts, which already includes the contingency reserve, so the amount you will get will be called as cost baseline. What is baseline? Cost baseline, let me repeat it again. All work packages above all work packages, you will add contingency reserves. So you will get control accounts. When you will add all control accounts, we will get cost baseline. And in cost baseline, we add a management reserve, then we get it project budget. So this and the ratio of this is decided by PMO or the organization, or based on the type and experience of the project manager, how much contingency reserve and how much management reserves needs to be kept. So that's how we have the cost baseline and project budget. If you want to know an exam that what is cost baseline, so cost baseline includes only the contingency reserves, which includes for the known risk, while project budget will become when you will add management reserve inside, so it will be considered as project budget. The money which is equivalent to management reserve will stay in the PMO and will only be released if there is an unknown risk occur which was never mentioned, never defined, never invested, and will only be released with the help of a change request. So that was our mechanism of creating the cost. Apart of that, we need to do the earned value management in short. So I will repeat the earned value management for you guys, all of you, so anyone can watch. So earned value analysis, to perform those things, we have three variables. Planned value, it is also called as budgeted cost of work schedule. Earned value, it is also called as budgeted cost of work performed. And actual cost, it is also called as actual cost of work performed. And to perform those three variables, we have four formulas. What are those four formulas? Two for variances: schedule variance, cost variance, cost performance index, schedule performance index. And we have done, or we have concluded, that every formula will always start with the variable earned value. The description we have already done in class, so I'm not going into the same thing again. For that, training is more than one, or you have the recording of that training. So earned value will be the first variable of each formula. Variance means minus or difference. Index means the ratio, ratio means divide. Whenever the formula belongs to schedule, it will always be the planned value, otherwise it will be the actual cost. Or whenever the formula will be the cost, you will use the variable which contains cost, otherwise the planned value. So these were the four formulas to calculate the earned value analysis. Once you will calculate the earned value analysis, you will get the results. So if you will get the results and the result of your variances, if the result of your variances is positive, it will be considered as that you are good by schedule and good by cost. If it is negative, it means you are or behind or above cost. If it equals to 0, then it means you are on budget and on schedule. If the result of your index is greater than 1, it means you are good. If the result of less than 1, it means whatever you are investing or spending, you are losing. So this is bad, or you are behind and over schedule. If it equals to 1, then it means on schedule and on cost. Once you have found out that where you are standing on schedule, on cost, behind schedule, ahead of the schedule, now you will be able to forecast. To forecast, we have formulas. The most common one to calculate the remaining work, and EAC, estimated completion, for the amount you need to complete, or money you need to complete. So based on that, for both of them, we have two equations. One for the initial. Initial means if you are working with the budgeted rate, or because of some delays, something has happened, but you will work with the budgeted rate. So this will be considered as budget at completion minus earned value, the total work, which and minus what you have achieved. If the question says current, or you will continue as it is what you are doing now, so in that case, you will take the same formula and you will divide it by CPI. Similarly, estimated completion, if it is an initial rate, so it means we will be using the formula actual cost, how much we have spent till today, plus the cost of remaining work. And if they're asking that you will continue what the current delays are, so you will take the budget and you will just simply divide it by CPI. To find out how much money you need, you will use the formula variance at completion, which means budget at completion minus EAC. So answer will be, if answer is positive, you will complete less than that. If it is negative, it means you need more. To compile both of them, instead of working one by one, we can use the formula TCPI to complete performance index. And we have here two constraints, whether you can complete the project in budget or you can complete the project with extra money. So in both situations, we discussed or we remembered that formula will remain same. What will be changed? The first side of the formula will be the ETC, budget at completion minus earned value, divided by, here we will write, if it is by budget, we will write budget minus actual cost. Otherwise, the formula will remain same and BAC minus EV. And here BAC will be replaced by the EAC and actual cost will remain at its place. So on those basis, we'll be able to inform that how much work is remaining in relation or correlation with time. So how much work and how much time you can calculate with one formula. We call it TCPI to complete performance index. So that was a part of costing. We also discussed two methods of depreciations, which was straight line depreciation, which meant equal amount of money, and the second one was accelerated, and by name accelerated we said fast. You can depreciate some items fast. So that was overall on the costing. On those basis, you can do the forecasting, which is the right one. Earned value analysis will let you have the earned value management, and so forth. You will be able to solve all the questions of the cost related to cost, and that will become quite easier. So thank you very much. From now, let's just start the questions.